In this What's in My Desk series, we highlight the best accessories for your desk. And for episode 2, y'all already know we had to go matte black everything. Sort of. So let's check it out. To start off this ultimate blackout desk setup, we've got this seemingly plain and minimal looking mat. However, this is MOFT's new smart desk mat, which is designed to be as simple or customized to your workflow. By itself though, it's already a sleek looking pad, wrapped in vegan leather all around, but it's what's inside that counts, because combined with their modular mounts, everything attaches magnetically, ensuring that nothing slips and slides around without you wanting it to. Seriously, everything withstood my scientific shake test, no problemo. It's got minimal branding on the corner, allowing the design to do all the talking, and these beside it. NFC tags, built directly into the mat, so you can customize to start timers, focus modes, or play your lo-fi girl playlist. And knowing MOFT, they of course wouldn't leave you hanging without some proper ergonomics either. And well, bam, give your wrist a break at the 25-degree angle, which also magnetically but also geometrically just holds itself in place. And that goes for the 45 and 60-degree angles too, all providing a super stable stand you can trust won't collapse randomly during your intense note-taking sessions or something. Obviously, it only gets better when you combine it with their mount accessories. My favorite going to the wireless MagSafe compatible charger. This thin, leather-wrapped, stiff credit card sized plate takes a USB-C cable, and while not the fastest charger on earth, I would take it any day for the convenience of this, snapping magnetically in place and giving you a dedicated space to mount your phone. Magnets, am I right? Wow. So combine it all together and voila, you've basically got a mini desk setup at any desk you want. This is my personal setup with the iPad when researching, allowing me to charge my phone and keep notes on the side. Then I can instantly flip to a lower angle and doodle and sketch my ideas to life. But if you're the analog type, you can use the book holders to keep those pesky pages from flipping all over the place, allowing you to be hands-free to jot your important notes down, which you can then utilize the surprisingly strong memo mount to remind you of your genius ideas at all times. Don't forget these smart tags though, which I've configured to instantly start a 30-minute timer and try not to procrastinate for any longer. But in the end though, the beauty of the desk mat is that it doesn't have to be for one setup. Being able to quickly remove, adjust, and reposition every component allows you to personalize to how you like to work, which could totally just be a simple laptop workstation that you can easily elevate with the included wrist cushion to live that real luxury lifestyle. Or it can be the ultimate iPad note-taking station. And finally, one of my favorites, a complete entertainment hub to simultaneously watch myself while I pwn some noobs in Tetris. Oh, and if you really want to stay productive, you can flip the whole stand around for an almost 90-degree view and prop your iPad as a second screen with all your other gear securely docked in place nearby as well. Plus, when you're bored and want to change it up, just take the whole damn thing with you. Thanks to the magnets keeping everything secure, you can work on your couch or bed as the included cushion also magnetically attaches beneath for some added comfort. Seriously, what can't this do? So if you're interested in quite possibly the last desk mat you'll ever need, they've still got some early bird pricing for a decent deal. Details and links in the description box down below. Now moving into the next Blackout piece, this is the Dispatch Base Object 05 camera stand, which I guess pretty much sums it all up. It holds your camera. It's made of a single sheet of metal with rubber feet where the camera rests as to keep it from scratching up or slip and sliding around. The bottom is a flat surface with small rubber feet on each corner for added grip, and on its own, it's pretty durable and has some weight to it. Perfect to know, so when you set your camera down, it's not something you need to worry about toppling over on its own. So if you want to make a statement on your desk, this is the way to do it. Proudly displaying your tools of destruction so everyone knows you can't be paid in exposure only. Plus, the space underneath also doubles as storage, great for mounts, batteries, or SD cards you'll need when you're ready to grab your gear and go. So if you spend thousands of dollars on your tools of the trade, you want to make sure to showcase it so others know you mean business. Beside that, I think the best color combination with Blackout is a dark wood flavor. And this Mordeco Revov tray box is the perfect complement to this setup, utilizing a top tray for convenient quick access to your goodies, but then wha-bam, the process of opening is already smooth and sleek enough, but with plenty of storage inside too for other less used gear but required on hand just in case. However, when you're done, alakazam. It's seriously as satisfying as it looks. The aluminum base helps balance the whole tray, but also just durable AF. And the real wood topper is finished to perfection, perfectly blending as one whole unit. To achieve this swivel and floating effect though, they utilize magnets built into the base that snap in place both when open and closed. Now the top tray is also compartmentalized noticed a smaller section that perfectly fits my AirPods Pro with a wider section around it, and where I keep my tool of choice, the BergBlade Bottle Butcher, which, if the name wasn't obvious enough, has a dedicated bottle opener built right into the blade. But honestly, it's the overall miniature butcher blade design that deserves a spot in this Blackout desk setup as my go-to box cutter. Not only is it a conversation starter, because come on, how cute is that? It can do some damage with its thick 440C stainless steel black stonewash blade. For context, the whole thing fits in the palm of my hands, and while it is tiny enough to EDC, it just isn't as convenient to have to carry it with the sheath around. Hence why it's the perfect desk tool. But don't let its tiny size fool you. With the G10 handles and fairly ergonomic design still, no box stands a chance against this little bugger. Plus, how many minutes have you wasted in your life trying to find a bottle opener? Well, even if you only use this as a dedicated one, it's still the coolest one you'll ever own. The fact that it actually doubles as a useful blade is just an added bonus. The included sheath isn't required if you're just leaving it on your desk, but great to have just in case you decide to carry it around, as you can attach a lanyard and impress all the ladies and gents with your tiny pecker. Beside that, from a brand that I've admired for a long time due to how elegant their designs are, with this one being no exception, the HMM Rule 1. Basically, the ultimate multi-tool of the stationery world. A magnetic pen, dual-sided ruler, and even a stylus stuck onto the end of it. Overall, the all-metallic design feels premium and is quite sturdy, so you don't have to worry about actually using your gear. Now that tray was for storage, but to showcase your other wicked Blackout gear, there's the Artifox desk stand. Another wallet and Blackout combo. The heavy power-coated steel shelf keeps your gear floated above, while the solid walnut base highlights your gear below. I know what you're wondering though. Will this tip over? And you don't have to worry. While you do have the option to rotate at any angle, once tightened in, they basically morph into a single being. So to spice up this Blackout setup, I have to showcase my favorite toy designers, like this from Daan made, the Rubber Boy. Yeah, appropriately named, it's a cartoon version of a daily essential that's actually happy to see you. It's got rotating arms, proper details along the top, and even folded edges around the base for the most accurate representation of the real deal. The fact that it's matte black is just a cherry on top. Made of a thick rubber, it's quite durable, with an opening on the bottom that they actually include gold beads to fill it up with, but I personally love the look of it all blacked out. There's just something about how happy it is when it sees me that always puts a smile on my face too. Beside that, a classic Lucky Cat, but blacked out of course. I picked this up from an online Hong Kong shop. This is from Ola Moreva, and I believe it's the Sito City collection. They offer a full range of cat designs, and when I saw this blacked out version, I knew it was meant to be. Made of what feels like your classic pottery style like clay. It's delicate and not something I do my usual testing on. However, the detail around the paws, face, and even tail are perfect with a clean paint job. And honestly, for anyone that knows, this is a must-have for the Blackout desk collection. Below both those sculptures is this tiny storage device from Craighill, the press vessel, made of a blacked out anodized aluminum, fitting into the palm of my hand comfortably and complete with a curved bottom and minimal branding. It gives off an elegant finish you didn't think you cared for in such a small container, but now you do. Now it isn't meant to organize all your pens and electronics, but thanks to the rubber ring seal, it makes keeping dry goods or smaller accessories safe with its press fit lid. For me, it makes a convenient candy storage, storing just enough when a craving hits, but hiding away so I'm not always reaching for one to keep my calories in check. When not in use though, Craighill design aesthetic allows their pieces to just make a statement all on their own. Which goes for the next one beside it as well, another from Craighill. This giant metal ball that is as heavy as it looks and sounds is their Venn puzzle. In its final form, it's a perfect sphere, oddly relieving to look at as every piece fits perfectly into one another. However, taken apart, although not the toughest puzzle out there, it did take a solid chunk of time to figure out exactly how to get it back together again. And honestly, it was great. Getting to use my hands to actually solve something is always an appreciated break from being a keyboard hero all day long. But that's the Artifox desk stand, with some of my favorite Blackout desk accessories, most of which are just stunning to look at. Next up, if you're like me and take forever to finish your first coffee, the Ember Mug 2 ensures that 4 hours later, it's still as piping hot as when you first made it. The best part about it all, you never have to think about it. To you, it's just a regular mug. You brew your favorite cup of joe, take the first sip, and go ham at your day job, completely forgetting you made a coffee in the first place. Then a few hours later, and wha-bam, still scalding hot and undrinkable. You can even customize to your exact temperature through the app, while it also displays a live view of the current temperature as well. Seriously, it can take a completely cold drink to oh so hot. that it will burn your tongue. The LED on the bottom provides several indicators on the current status of the drink, but honestly, it's also just a sleek looking blacked out mug too. Lastly, to complete the Blackout desk setup, this is a personal air purifier, because in this day and age, you can't take fresh air for granted anymore. The Wynd Plus is a smart personal air purifier with a built-in air quality sensor. Yeah, a lot to unpack. Essentially, the base sucks in the air around it and then spits it out of the top like a fan. Combine that with the fact it can read the quality of the air around you as well. It ensures that what you're breathing is as clean as possible. All that packed into the size of a standard water bottle that's only slightly thicker as well. Now the whole thing is made of plastic, but by no means does it feel cheap, which is even more evident with the medical grade filter they use inside that uses antimicrobial silver. A fancy way of saying this filter will capture a majority of the pollutants in the air around you, no problemo. To get the best of the best experience, the air sensor module that's sold separately connects to your phone as it reads the air quality, but also isn't required for this tube to spit out clean filtered air on the daily. Although you can leave it running on its own, the fold-out stand ensures that the fan directs all the good stuff towards you, creating sort of a clean bubble environment around you. Come on, who doesn't want that? Comment what theme I should do next, or if you even like this series. Let me know down below. But that's it. I rest my Blackout desk setup.